When Deborah Wall, who is General Motors Chief Marketing Officer, came on the show, she said one of the three things I want to talk about is the heliotropic effect. And I was so enthralled by it. And I was like, I'm going to save it for the right time at the interview. And then I realized we completely ran out of time. And I never got to discuss with her the heliotropic effect. And I will not make that mistake today. So I want you to introduce the heliotropic effect, tell us the science behind it, and obviously how that then impacts and features in your wonderful, wonderful book, Be the Sun, Not the Salt.
Thank you, Joseph. So the heliotropic effect refers to this phenomenon in nature in which all living systems, including us, are drawn to energy which sustains life, which is why the sunflower tilts towards the sun. It is drawn to the energy of the sun, which we also are drawn to in other people. People can be heliotropic. That means positive energizing, literally filling the other person, us, with a feeling of goodness, of well-being. This was articulated by a professor at the business school, Michigan Ross Business School, Kim Cameron, and I fell in love with the science of, oh, so that's what I have been trying to articulate, which is to be this good person, to be this virtuous person. This being a positive energizer thing isn't just nicey nice. His research shows that positive energizers in organization are contagious, okay? The contagion effect is it does so many wonderful things for the individual person and for the whole company, that the positive energizing effect of being heliotropic, of being virtuous in all the different ways that people are, is remarkable in terms of its effect on the person, the organization, their health, well-being, et cetera, et cetera. So, oh my God, that there's science behind what we intuitively know. Being kind and good and virtuous makes us feel good and others feel good. But here's the real deal. Here's what's going on. This is this force. Oh my God, if we could tap into that, if we understood that, why wouldn't we surf on that and groove on that and let that fill our sails? That's the awesome part of the positive heliotropic effect. In the research, though, that Kim Cameron did of people in organizations, you ask somebody, you know, how heliotropic is he? A positive energizer on a scale of +10? Oh my God, being around him makes me feel fabulous. Versus like -10, you know, 10 minutes in a room with him, and I feel like I have to go take a nap. I'm completely depleted. The negative effect is actually more contagious. So that's why it's equally important to be mindful of not being a negative energizer, of being the salt. People want to talk about the positive, which is really important, but it's equally important to really lean into the not of the negative. The little tiny, like a tiny grain of salt seems real small. Put it in your eyeball. You'll feel it. In the same way that the tiny slights, great professor Christine Porath, Georgetown, wrote a book, Incivility, or Overcoming Incivility. The impact of incivility on people's health, well-being, and the culture is remarkable. It's like the science of negativity. When someone is incivil to someone else, just witnessing the incivility makes the person's performance go down, creativity go down, problem solving go down. You don't even have to be the recipient of the incivility, of the salt behavior. You can just watch it. So the salt stuff is so negative. I was just on a Zoom call with 18 business owners, literally talking about this. And the questions were, what do you do when you have salty people working for you? I'm saying, dude, and what are you going to do? It's your people. You're allowing this. You have to own this, take this on, and not have tolerance for salty behavior. When I say not have tolerance, you know, have the conversation with people about, wait a minute, that's not kind. What's going on here, man? That's not how we roll. That's not the culture we want here. That's, you know, I know it's small, but you got to not rip them a new one when you're disappointed with them. So my point is that this heliotropic effect on the positive side is so powerful. For the rest of our lives, we could spend nothing but leaning into all of the virtues that we already practice a little bit more.